Okay, what will be the solution to this problem? If A and B are two vectors such that A plus B equal to A minus B mod, so the angle between the vectors. So A, so say this is vector A and this is vector B, and see opposite to B is minus B. So if the angle between A and B is theta, so angle between A and minus B is 180 degree minus theta. So the vector A plus B is there, vector A plus B, and resultant of A and minus B is A minus B. Okay, so what is mod of A plus B? Mod of A plus B is equal to root over of A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta, and mod of A minus B is equal to A square plus B square plus 2AB cos of 180 degree minus theta. So now cos of 180 degree minus theta is equal to minus cos theta. Okay, so now we can equate, we can square both sides and equate. So A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta is equal to A square plus B square minus 2AB cos theta. So that means cos theta is equal to 0 in plus theta is equal to 90 degree. So here the answer is angle between A and B is 90 degree. Okay, next problem. The vector sum of two forces is perpendicular to their vector difference. In that case, there are some options. Okay, that option A are not equal to each other in magnitude, cannot be predicted. Are equal to each other in magnitude. Let us see. Okay, so here A and B be two vectors. Okay, A and B are two vectors, and it is given that a vector sum, that means A plus B is perpendicular to A minus B. Okay, so if the vectors are perpendicular, then their dot product is 0. So A plus B dot A minus B is equal to 0. So as their dot product is equal to 0, now we can expand the dot product, right, by, as it obeys distributive law. So A dot A plus B dot A minus A dot B minus B dot B is equal to 0, implies, so A dot A is A into cos 0. Now plus B dot A minus A dot B, they are equal, so they'll cancel. So minus B into cos 0 is equal to 0, implies A square minus B square equal to 0. The only option is A is equal to B, because A cannot be equal to minus B. A and B are both magnitudes, that is why. So the option will be are equal to each other in magnitude. See, here it is given that P plus Q plus R equal to 0. 2 out of 3 vectors are equal in magnitude. The magnitude of the third vector is root 2 times that of the other two. So it is obviously it is a right isosceles triangle. Else it's not possible. See, it's given that see, 3 vectors, their sum is 0. That means they will form a triangle, a closed triangle. So 2 out of 3 vectors are equal in magnitude. Magnitude of the third vector is root 2 times the other. So they obviously they form a right isosceles triangle like this. Now these are the vectors. So this vector P plus Q plus R equal to 0, whichever taken in order. So I can consider this P, this Q, and this R. Their sum is equal to 0, and there is a right angle there. So you have to find out which of the following can be the angles between these vectors. So what is between P and Q? What angle? No, that is between P and Q. The angle is this is the direction of P. Okay. See, note the directions of P and Q. Right. Direction of P is this. Direction of Q is this. So between P and Q, the angle is 135 degree, and between Q and R also the angle is 135 degree, and between R and P obviously the angle is 90 degree. So there 90, 135, 135. So option A is correct here. Now this is a vector, and you have to find the angles made by the vector with the coordinate axis. This is the concept of the direction cosines of a vector. Say there is a vector, say these are the axes, x-axis, x-axis, then y-axis, and z-axis. Okay, now see, as the vector is given, I'll draw 3 I cap. So 3 I cap means 3 parallel to this x-axis, then 3 I cap plus 6 j cap, 6 units along this parallel to y-axis, 6 j cap, and plus number plus 6 plus 2k cap, right? So 2k cap means there it is 2 units parallel to z axis, and that's the vector. This is the vector A. This is the vector A. So what is the angle made by the vector with the, say, x, y, and z axis? Suppose I want to calculate the angle made by the vector with the uh, say with the z axis. So if I want to calculate angle made with the z axis, I'll join this line, red line. Okay. So now, if you observe the triangle, if you observe the right angle triangle, there, this is a right angle triangle. This is obviously right angle triangle, and the angle made with the z axis, angle made with the z axis is, say, gamma. Angle made by the vector with the z axis is gamma. So we call it angle with the x axis alpha, y axis beta, and z axis gamma. So now I am again drawing the vector, this and this red line. So this is obviously a right angle triangle, like this. This is the right angle. So one side is 2, and say this is A, and gamma, so that angle is also gamma. Right? The same triangle I have drawn here. So what about cos gamma? What about cos gamma? We can say that cos gamma, where gamma is the angle made with the z axis, cos gamma is 2 by A. Similarly, alpha is angle with, or angle made by A with x axis, and the beta is angle made by A with the y axis. Similarly, you have cos alpha is equal to 3 by A, and cos beta is equal to 6 by a. What is the magnitude of a? Is magnitude of a is obviously root over of 3 square plus 6 square plus 2 square. So you can calculate that. Root over of 3 square plus 2 square plus 6 square. How much you'll get? I think you'll get 7. 7. So you have this cos alpha. So therefore cos alpha is equal to 3 by 7. Cos beta is equal to 6 by 7. And cos gamma is equal to uh, 2 by 7. So that means alpha is equal to cos inverse 3 by 7. Inverse functions. So beta is equal to cos inverse 6 by 7 and gamma is equal to cos inverse 2 by 7. Inverse, this is a notation. Suppose cos theta is equal to x, then theta is cos inverse of x. Okay, so unit vector parallel to resultant of the vectors. So if you have any vector, say any vector, you have a as a1 I cap plus a2 j cap plus a3 k cap. If you have any vector a, then unit vector in its direction, unit vector parallel to a, parallel to a is a cap, that is defined as vector a divided by the magnitude of a, or you can write with the mod sign, magnitude, vector a by mod of a, that means the same thing. So here we have to find unit vector parallel to resultant of the vectors. So here I will write, suppose a, small a is resultant of vectors capital A and capital B. So capital A plus capital B becomes 4 I cap, 4 I cap minus 3 j cap plus 8 I cap plus 8 j cap. Okay. So you add the I cap and the j cap separately. So that becomes 12 I cap plus 5 j cap, right? So therefore the vector A you have 12 I cap plus 5 j cap. So therefore unit vector along A, unit vector parallel to A, that is A cap, is this vector A divided by magnitude of A, root over of 12 square plus 5 square. So 12 square plus 5 square is root over of 12 square plus 5 square is obviously 13. 13. So you have option B correct. So that means A cap is equal to 12 I cap plus 5 j cap divided by 13. Okay. So the value of n, so that the three vectors may be coplanar. I mean, three vectors are coplanar, right? So, so to prove three vectors are coplanar, so what we can do is that, see, if there are two vectors, right? If there are two vectors in a certain plane, suppose this plane, right? This is a certain plane I am drawing. If there are two vectors along this particular plane, say vectors A and B, so A cross B, what is A cross B? A cross B is perpendicular, right? Is perpendicular to the plane of A and B. A cross B is perpendicular to the plane of A and B. Now if any other vector if C is any other vector, if C is any other vector in the same plane, in the same plane of A and B, then A cross B is also perpendicular to C, right now, because A cross B is perpendicular to the plane itself. A cross B is perpendicular to the plane of A and B, right? It's perpendicular to the whole plane. So if there is any other vector, say C, if C is coplanar with A and B, say obviously between A cross B and C, the angle is 90 degree. A cross B will be obviously perpendicular to C also. So that means, what does that mean? That means I think the microphone was off. So that's what we have told actually, that if B and C are coplanar, if A, B and C are coplanar, then see A cross B is perpendicular to the plane of A, B and C, all three, right? A, B, C are coplanar. So then A cross B dot C is equal to 0. A cross B dot C equal to 0, or C dot A cross B equal to 0. So I'll choose this cross product of this two, 2i plus 3j minus 2k and minus I plus 2j plus 3k. So we'll evaluate the cross product. So what will be that? I multiplied by 3 into 3 9 minus means plus 4, then minus j cap into 2 into 3 6 plus 2, now plus k cap multiplied by 2 into 3 6 minus 2, right? So that means 13 I cap minus 8 j cap plus 4 k cap. So that is the cross product. Now therefore this 5 I cap plus n j cap plus k cap dot 13 I cap minus 8 j cap plus 4 k cap is equal to 0. So what do you get? 13 into 5 minus 8 into n plus 4 into 1 is equal to 0. Therefore 8n is equal to 13 into 5 minus 4. So 65, 13 into 5 means how much? 65 minus 4 means 61. Is it? You can check the calculation. Let's see. Check the calculation again. Oh yes. K is 4 minus 3. There 4 minus 4 minus 3 means plus 3, right? K cap into how much? That there were calculation mistake. 2 into 2 minus 1 into 3. 4 plus 3 7, right? 4 plus 3 7. So there you have 7. That 7. So 13 into 5 minus 8 9 plus 7. Okay. So 8n is equal to 65 plus 7 means how much? 72. So what is the value of uh, n? N 9. Right. So n is equal to 9. Oh yes, that is, there is a calculation mistake. 6 plus. So 6 minus 2, 4, that will be 4. 6 minus 2, so 6, sorry, 6, 6 minus 2, so that is 4 minus 4. So there is 4, this is 4. So n will be equal to 80 as 4n is equal to 72. 4n, some minute calculation mistake. Okay. So 4n is equal to 72, so n is equal to 80. Correct answer will be 80. So it's j cap into their j cap into c, 2 into 3 minus 1 into minus 2, right? That means 6 minus 2, 4. Yeah. A and B are two vectors in the value of A cross B plus sorry, A plus B cross A minus B. Now, here we will apply the distributive law. A plus B cross A minus B is equal to, now first we will multiply this A with all this, right? And then we will multiply uh, B with all this later on. Okay, first let's multiply A. This means cross. So that is A cross A plus B cross A, right? So that's this A cross A plus B cross A. B, always remember it's B cross A, not A cross B, right? The order should be unchanged. And then minus A cross B, then minus B cross B. That's B cross B. So that's this B. Okay. So that's this B. Just a minute. See, এটা করছি here. See, I am multiplying this cross product of this A first. So A cross A this time plus B cross A. Okay. Then uh, then plus A cross minus B, like that, or minus A cross B. B comes later. Now again B cross B, like this. Order should be unchanged. So A cross A is 0 and B cross A, just uh, make it B cross A only. Okay, B cross A. Now minus A cross B is plus B cross A. Opposite, and again minus B cross B is 0. So that is 2 into B cross A. 2 times B cross A. So answer A is correct. 2 times B cross A. Achha, you have to find out the component of A plus component of vector capital A along the vector I plus j. So component of say any vector A, you have say any vector A and say other vector B, you have like this A and B. So what is the component of A along B? That means we have to drop the perpendicular from A. So this thing, that is A cos theta. So A cos theta is the component of A along B. Component of vector A along vector B. So this A cos theta also you can write A cos theta. So cos theta, you know, A dot B by AB, right? Cos theta is A dot B by AB. So that means A cos theta. So that's A cos theta. So A dot B divided by vector B. Similarly here, component of A, the component of vector 2I plus 3j along I plus j is that dot product 2I plus 3j dot I plus j divided by vector b, that means mod of I plus j, mod of I plus j, that means it's equal to 2 into 1 plus 3 into 1 divided by mod of I plus j is root over of 1 square plus 1 square, that means it is 5 by root 2 units. The resultant of two forces 3p and 2p is r. Of magnitude 3p and 2p is r. So if the first force is doubled, then the resultant is also doubled. Angle between the forces. Let theta be angle between the forces. Let theta be angle between the forces. So first case 3p and another one is 2p. So the resultant is r. Angle between the forces is theta. Now next case, the first one is doubled, so this becomes 6p, and the second force remains 2p, and then the resultant becomes doubled, that means it becomes 2r. Same angle theta. So the angle between the forces. So from the first case, r square equal to 3p square plus 2p square plus 2 into 3p into 2p into cos theta. So that means r square is equal to say p square common multiplied by 9 plus 4, 13 plus 12 cos theta. So let this be equation 1, and from the second diagram 2r whole square means 4r square is equal to 6p square, 6p square plus 2p square plus 2 into 6p into 2p into cos theta implies so that 4r square is equal to e square common, then what you have 36 plus 4 40 plus 6 is a 12 to 24 24 times cos theta, so that's equation 2. So now therefore so you can just equate this 40 plus 24 cos theta is equal to 4 times 13 plus 12 cos theta implies 40 plus or we can write either 40 minus 40 minus 52 is equal to 20 uh, 48 minus 12 means 24 cos theta. So therefore 24 cos theta is equal to minus 12 implies cos theta is equal to minus half. Now cos theta is equal to minus half means what will be the value of theta? You know, theta is equal to 120 degree. Yes. Because of cos 180 minus theta, cos 180 degree minus theta is equal to minus cos theta. Therefore cos 180 minus 60 is equal to minus cos 60, that is minus half. So that means obviously cos 120 equal to minus half. 180 minus theta, or let me write it as a different angle. So any angle, say alpha or phi, cos 180 minus phi is equal to minus cos phi. Right? So this theta, obviously theta is equal to 120 degrees. So option B. Okay, so three vectors satisfy the relation a dot b equal to 0 and also a dot c is equal to 0. Okay. So a dot b equal to 0 and a dot c also equal to 0. That means a is perpendicular to both b and c. Right? That means a, if all are non-zero vectors, then a is perpendicular to both b and c. That means we can write a is perpendicular to the plane containing or the plane of B and C. So that means A A is parallel to B cross C, obviously, because A is perpendicular to the plane containing B and C. Suppose this is the plane, this one is the plane containing B and C. So there are vectors B and C. So A is perpendicular to the plane containing B and C. But B cross C is also perpendicular to the plane containing B and C. So that means B cross C is parallel to A, or it may be anti-parallel to A. It may be in the opposite direction also. Sum of two forces at a point is 16 Newton. If their resultant is normal to the smaller force and has magnitude 8 Newton, then the two forces are. Sum of two forces here means sum of magnitude of two forces. Okay, so do not misunderstand it. language should have been better. Sum of magnitudes of two forces is equal to 16 Newton. Not the vector sum, okay. The sum of magnitudes 16 Newton. So let the forces be, let the forces have magnitudes x, and the other one will be 16 minus x, all Newton, 6 x Newton and 16 minus x Newton. And if their resultant is normal to the smaller force and have magnitude 8 Newton. So here is the diagram. Say x is the smaller of the two forces, x plus, then this will be 16 minus x, and the this resultant has magnitude of 8 Newton. This is the diagram, right? It's given. Suppose x is smaller of the two forces, 16 minus x is the larger. So this will be the diagram. They have to form a right angle triangle. So here obviously we know that 16 minus x square is equal to 8 square plus x square. So therefore we can now write 16 minus x square minus x square is equal to 8 square. That means it is 16 minus 2x multiplied by 16 is equal to 64. So that's 4. So implies 16 minus 2x is equal to 4, implies 2x is equal to 12, implies x is equal to 6. So x is equal to 6 Newton. So the forces are obviously 6 and 10. So the forces, then the two forces are 6 Newton and 10 Newton. A mod of A cross B is equal to root 3 A dot B. So here say let theta be the angle, let theta be angle between A and B. So therefore mod of A cross B is AB sin theta and is equal to root 3 mod of A dot or A dot B, that's a scalar. So A dot B is AB cos theta. So therefore tan theta is equal to root 3. Therefore theta is equal to 60 degree. So therefore the resultant of A and B mod A plus B is equal to square root of A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. That means cos 60 degree. So that means it is root over of A square plus B square plus 2AB into half. So AB. So that means it's actually A square plus B square plus AB to the power half. If vector 2i plus 3j plus 4k is perpendicular to this 4j minus 4i plus alpha k, then the value of alpha is, so their dot product is 0, perpendicular. So that means 2i plus 3j plus 8k dot, we will arrange the ij like that, minus 4i plus 4j plus alpha k is equal to 0. Their dot product is 0. Perpendicular vector means dot product is 0. Implies 2 times minus 4 plus 3 times 4 plus 8 times alpha is equal to 0. implies minus 8 plus 12 plus 8 alpha is equal to 0, implies 8 alpha is equal to uh, minus 4, rather, or 4 plus 4. 8 alpha is equal to minus 4, rather. 8 alpha is equal to minus 4. So what is alpha equal to? Minus half. So alpha is equal to minus half. The sum of two vectors is at right angles to their difference. That means a plus b, a plus b is perpendicular to a minus b. That means a plus b dot a minus b is equal to 0, implies a dot a plus b dot a minus a dot b minus b dot b is equal to 0. So a dot a is a square and plus b dot a minus a dot b minus b square. B dot b is b square equal to 0. So that those two will cancel. So that means a square equal to b square, implies a is equal to b. A cannot be equal to minus b, so a is equal to b. So option A is correct. Achha, just a small hint. If you have two vectors, say a, and if you have two vectors a and b like this, and these are the sides of a parallelogram. Okay, so let me complete the parallelogram. This so the angle between the two vectors is theta. So what is the area of the parallelogram? So area of the parallelogram is the length of the side multiplied by the height. So length of the side vector A is simply A, length of the side of vector B is B, and hence the side, I mean the height is equal to B sine theta, if theta is the angle between the vectors. So area of parallelogram is equal to area of the parallelogram is equal to AB sine theta. AB sine theta means mod of A cross B. So by that you can try. Acha, let me see. I cross this vector A cross B. I cap, J cap, K cap, then 2, 4, minus 6, then 1, 0, and 2. That means it is I cap multiplied by 4 into 2, 8, minus 0, minus J cap multiplied by 4 into 2, 4 minus 1 into minus 6 means plus 6. Okay. Plus K cap into 0 minus 4. So 8 I cap minus 10 J cap minus 4 K cap. Is it? No? So the area, what about the area? Is this. So area happens to be equal to root over of how much? It will be root over of 180. You write like this, square units. Here I will tell you. what is there here? AB. Suppose there is a triangle having sides AB, C small a, small b, and small c, and the angles opposite to the sides are angle A, angle B, and angle C. You can do it in a certain way, like this. Say this A, B, and C are like this. Sides of the triangle taken in order. So the area of the triangle is equal to half of A cross B, or you can write half of mod A cross B, or half of mod B cross C, or you can write half of mod C cross A. That means that is all so equal to AB, and the angle between A and B is sine of pi minus C, right? So angle between A and B is actually pi minus C, right? Pi minus C. Angle between B and C is pi minus A. Angle between C and A is pi minus B. So AB sine pi minus C is equal to half. Okay, half equal to half BC sine of pi minus A is equal to half CA sine of pi minus B. Now you know, for any angle sine pi minus theta is equal to sine of theta. So therefore this we can write AB sine C is equal to BC sine A is equal to CA sine B. Now divide by ABC. So that means you have sine C by C is equal to sine A by A is equal to sine B by B. So this is, so thus we can prove. The resultant of two vectors A and B is at right angles to A, and its magnitude is half of B. A, A, B, and suppose resultant is C. So C is equal to A plus B. Okay, and the lengths of the sides are simply A, B, and C. Okay, and it is given that uh, C is equal to B by 2. C is equal to B by 2. So that means in this right angle triangle, this angle is 30 degree. Sine 30, right? Sine 30 is C by B. Sine 30 is equal to C by B. That is half. Okay. So you have to find the angle between A and B. Obviously, direction of A and direction of B, the angle is 180 minus 30, that is 150 degree. Therefore, the answer is 150 degree. Okay. If P plus Q equal to R and P minus Q equal to S, prove that R square plus X square equal to twice P square plus Q square. So let theta be the angle. We can write theta be, let theta be angle between P and Q. That means vector P and vector Q. So R square is equal to P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos theta. So if the angle between P and Q is theta, so angle between P and minus Q is 180 degree minus theta. Okay. So now S square is equal to P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos of 180 minus theta. If we have this equation 1 and 2, then cos 180 minus theta is minus cos theta. So just add r square plus s square is twice p square plus q square, because that pq cos theta and that pq cos 180 minus theta, those will add up to give 0. So find the condition for which these vectors are parallel. So actually for parallel vectors, cross product 0. Cross product will be 0. So cross product of these vectors, so I, j, k within this determinant, then 2, 3 minus 4, then 3 minus a, b, this is equal to 0. Implies I times how much? 3b minus 4a minus j times 2b minus, that means 2b plus 12 plus k cap times uh, k cap times how much? Minus 2a minus 9 is equal to 0. Okay, so see, that means now each component is equal to 0. If you have a null vector, each component is equal to 0. That means 3b minus 4a equal to 0, and 2b plus 12 equal to 0, and minus 2a minus 9 is equal to 0. Okay, all the components are equal to 0, implies 3b is equal to 4a, implies 3b is equal to 4a, and b from second equation, b is equal to minus 6, and from here you get a is equal to 4.5, a is equal to minus 4.5, b is equal to minus 6, a is equal to minus 4.5. So if you substitute a and b in the first equation, so you get three equations, no? 1, 2 and 3. If you can substitute in the first equation, you see it will match, values will match. So if you have a null vector or a zero vector, obviously each of its component is 0. For a zero vector, each component is 0. See, this problem can be solved by one more method. Quite evident that is that suppose you have two parallel vectors, so say in the xy plane only. Suppose I consider, for simplicity, we consider two vectors, suppose in the xy plane. If the two vectors are parallel like this, parallel vectors, and they have these components, say this is a1 a2 for this vector, and for the other vectors the components are b1 and b2. So obviously they will form similar triangles. Okay, these two will be similar triangles. Here in this case, the vectors a and b are parallel to each other. So if they are similar triangles, then what about this ratio? A1 by B1 is equal to A2 by B2, right? Now, even if you have a third component z axis, that will hold. So that means if, so I'll write it there, say if vectors a1 I cap plus a2 j cap plus a3 k cap is parallel to b1 I cap plus b2 j cap plus b3 k cap, then a1 by b1 equal to a2 by b2 equal to a3 by b3. That has to hold. So that means in the above problem, in the above problem, we can equate the ratio of the coefficients. 2 by 3 is equal to 3 by minus a is equal to minus 4 by b. So from here, what you get, a as minus 4.5, and what about b, and b as uh, minus 6. Yes. So this is a much easier way to solve the problem. No cross product, nothing is required, by similarity of triangles.